Good morning.
Welcome back. Who's back?
I'm back.
Sam's back.
Yes.
Are you pleased with what you see?
I am very pleased. I can't believe it. It looks fantastic.
I've done good. I've done good.
Didn't expect to come back to you started the limewash, I have to say.
Yeah, thank you. I'd like to aim to please.
Yes.
We've also got some exciting stuff coming up in this video. It's exciting for us anyway.
Oh yeah, maybe not for you guys.
Sharon's brought the pigment back from the UK. So we're going to be able to
go at some mixing.
Mess about with that. See what kind of a mess we can make.
We can come up with.
Yes, so in the meantime we're going to crack on. We should make big changes in this video, certainly visually we hope anyway.
Yes, yeah.
The first thing I want to do is get a second coat of lime wash on this wall, then I can carry on with this pointing and stuff. I've got a little wall started behind me, so I think I'm also going to put, we've been discussing this, we've got some, what colour is it, plum.
Deep plum.
Deep plum.
Yes, which when it's mixed with the white shouldn't be quite so deep.
We don't know, we've no idea.
No, we don't know.
We'll be having a look at that in a bit. But we think we're going to do this whole wall in the plum as like an accent wall.
Yes, we were just going to do the chimney breast to start with, but I think it might look quite nice actually.
Yeah,
so.
we don't know yet. It's blended, because we're going to be doing inside here where it is black, doing that black also.
Yes.
So it's kind of how to blend it in and how to match it up. We'll get to that in a bit. So I'm going to get some lime wash mixed up, get up the ladder, and then let's crack on.
Let's crack on with it. Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you.
So for anyone that hasn't seen before and anyone that might be interested, this is where we keep the lime wash. We make it ourselves. Basically we empty 2 full bags of 2 12 kilo bags of hydrated lime into these buckets and then just fill them up with water so the lime's covered and just leave it for a few months. I mean some of this stuff's been here, I don't know, 18 months, 2 years possibly. So too much stuff in the way of course. There's my brushes. All we do, no need to add water, we just scoop it out into the pot. Go on, get out. I'm not mixing too much at once because it tends to go thick in while you're using it as the wall drags the moisture out of it. Add a little bit of water. I'm going to mix that up now. Incidentally as well, for 50 litres of this it costs about €14. Probably the cheapest paint you can get, and it's great. Any marks you get on the walls you can just touch them up, especially having a dog, a massive giant dog that rubs against them and makes them go black. You just thin mix and just whack it over the top and it's back to brilliant white again. So I'm going to mix this up into like a normal single cream mix. As I said before, I'm not wetting the walls down, so with it being a bit more liquidy it goes straight on, and as you've seen it's covered really well like that. So I'm going to carry on doing the same. I'll leave that off in case I need a bit more water and just give it a whiz with the whizzer. This is our messy mixing area. Just use a little paddle on the drill and just mix it up till all the lumps disappear. So we're off. Do the edges first. Contrary to what some people believe, the lime doesn't burn you. It doesn't at all. I get it all over me. I've got it all over my hands for most of my life. It doesn't do any harm at all. It does dry your skin out a bit. It can do, but I'm a roughy tufty builder, so I don't mind about that. And don't get it in your eyes, and try not to eat it because it tastes disgusting. It actually tastes like fishy. Don't try it though. Take my word for it. So I'm just going to run these edges in again, and then starting at the bottom going this way this time. There's a reason for that, which we'll come to in a minute. In a bit, actually. It won't be more than a minute. So I'll carry on. So the hardest part of this, quite often, is knowing where you've done, because as soon as you put the fresh wash on it, it goes back like an opaque thing. So you just have to wait for it to dry. And while I'm up here, I'm going to do this wall as well, because I want to get that wall pointed underneath it, and I'm building a wall there, so I don't want to drop any on it. And I think we're going to do a little test of our plum on this. If we can get it white, the white's the cheapest way, easiest way of doing it, and then we can see what this plum, deep plum, looks like in a bit. So, as always, I shall carry on. Right, so I'm stopping there just above the ladder, because I'm going to have to, I don't want to leave the ladder on stuff that I've done, if I can possibly avoid it. So I'm going to let that dry, see if our second coat will do, and then start working my way down the wall. But all the left hand wall is done. That's all had its second coat. Over there, that streaks the shadow off the the light pipe. So to illustrate some of the challenges that we face, I've just used what was left. I've just used up on this bit of wall here. As you can see, to most of it it's taken quite well, but there's a streak down here. It just won't take at all. It corresponds with these grooves in the wall where the water's been running down for years, forever. And it's as if I think it must wash something through the wall, that the lime doesn't like to stick to. It will cover eventually, but it just takes a lot of coats. I'm expecting similar over this bit. So yeah, I've painted from there that way, and you can see the mark. Am I in the light? Is that better? Yeah. So. And you never know where you're going to come. Parts of these walls have been the same. Parts of it's just like gloss, and it just doesn't stick to it at all. So we'll let that dry a bit now, and come back to it. So I'm on to plan B already. I'm going to paint this chimney breast white first, and then we're going to do our test patch on this, just in case we don't want to do the walls, which I'm inclined to think it might be better not to. So I'm going to give this a coat of white first. This is a bit runny. Might have to go and thicken it up a little bit, or maybe. And we can let this go off, and then see. Because I've no idea how much to mix this pigment. I think I'd like to mix up a full pot with the full amount of pigment in it, so that's enough to paint this. Yeah, we need to do it sooner rather than later though, because if we need to get some more, we have to get it from the UK again. So I'll carry on. Well, there we go. It's covered alright. Similar problems as we had on this other wall right at the top. It's not taking, but it will eventually. This side's actually, it's only been a couple of hours, and it's drying quite nicely already. So hopefully, we might just need a couple of touch-up places. I've got a couple of nicks and dinks on this edge here, which I think we need to sort out, but Sharon has got a much steadier hand than me. I'm going to take a little brush and just finish all them off, but we may as well wait till we're happy with it, because one dot on this new stuff that I put in will cover it lovely. So yeah, it's all going well so far. So it's round 3. It's still a little bit patchy, so we're going to give it another one. Needs to be done because it's holding us up. We can't do anything else until this is done. So I'll just crack on. It gets a bit soul destroying after a bit. But it's only once in a lifetime, so do it. So while I'm at it, give this another coat. Some weird brown stuff bled through it. I just covered it. Hopefully it should cover eventually, but some of these patches that aren't proving friendly at all. So carry on. Right, see how that goes. Looking a bit better already. The black looking streaks that you can probably see coming down each bit. It's a shadow off the light. Remember, it's a square light with sides and it casts a shadow, which makes it look like a streak, but it's not. So we'll leave that, see how that goes now, and come back to it.
So this morning we've just patched up the few bits that were a little bit, you can't tell if it's a shadow or if it is a little bit patchy, but we've gone over it again anyway. Just touched up the chimney at the top. That's not dry yet, so again can't tell what that's going to look like. But we're going to do some mixing now. This is our little packet of pigment, Deep Plum. We're going to do a full pot of this so that we've got enough and we don't run out. Mix it, whoops, dropped it. Mix it with this. And then do a little test sample, see if we like it. Obviously once it's dry we'll be able to tell better, and then we'll have to paint it white again so that it doesn't look like a patch when we come to do it. So let's do some mixing. So just getting the lime wash to the right consistency. It's quite thick, so I've just added a bit of water, which is fine to do. Get it to the right consistency before we add the pigment. So here goes. So it looks very dark, but obviously it should go a lot lighter. Just don't want it to be pink. You don't want pink. So let's see. Oh, a little bit better there. Mix it gently first of all. Here goes. So that's what we've ended up with. It's not exactly pink, it's more of a mauve, I guess, which stands to reason because it was a plum, not a red. I'm thinking it's not going to be strong enough for us, but we'll try it. I am actually going back to England again in another couple of weeks for Christmas, just for a few days to spend Christmas with Mum, because as you know she's on her own. So it's quite fortunate if we do need to order another packet, we can order it, get it sent to my mum's address, and I can bring it back with me. So we'll try anyway, but I do feel it's probably going to be a little bit light. Here goes. I've only got a little brush. I'm just going to do a small area. Oh, it actually looks darker on the wall, there you go, than it does in the pot, but again, I'm still not sure. So I reckon we'll leave that and let it dry and see what we think. Right, clerk of the works came in and said I should do a bit more because you can always tell better with a larger area. He's right, of course, but don't tell him I said that. So I've done a bit more. I'm just going to let that dry now and see what it looks like. I think we've already decided that we are going to go for another packet of pigment, but in the meantime we need to store this somewhere in an airtight container. I've lost the lid to our lime wash pot, so we're improvising with a used bottle of distilled water. It's empty now, and a funnel, and I'm just going to tip it into here so we can keep it into the new year, which of course delays things. It means that our chimney breast's going to have to stay the colour that it is at the moment, but we've got plenty else to be getting on with, as you know, so it's not a problem. There we go. There we go, it's all in there. Put the lid on. Oh, yeah, we've got a good 2.5 litres there, which should be plenty to do the fire breast. As I say, once we've got the extra pigment, we'll perhaps need to add a little bit more water anyway, which will make it even more, but happy days.
So next on the list of things to do, oh by the way, it's gone quite white already, that. We think it's because we've not let this carbonate off enough. If the lime doesn't carbonate off, it becomes resoluble, if that makes sense, and it's dissolved back into it. So maybe we've been a bit hasty, but certainly by the time the next lot of pigment comes and we've done it, it will have certainly carbonated off, because we're not going to do any more with it now, because that should cover alright. So next on my list, I want to put a couple of what they call bardos pieces under here to block off this chimney a bit, because we're actually losing quite a lot of heat up there. I put the digital thermometer up the top and it was 51 degrees or something like that. So we're obviously losing, because that actually goes outside and sticks up above the roof as well. There's a lot of heat going up there. Obviously it's preferable to keep it in the house. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill through this. I'm going to put a piece of rebar on each side that I can then sit up there, the bardos on, to block it off. So let's do it. I'm going through with the masonry bit, but I don't want it on hammer, because I don't want to smash this to pieces, because we don't even know what it's made of. Nothing massively substantial by the look of it. Now I'm going to run this massive bit through. I should be able to push that through there, hopefully. The hole should be the same size, there we go. And then see, oh, that's just long enough. I only want a little bit in the back for the bar to sit into. So I'll just give it a bit of positioning. Okay. Do it. So there we go, that comes through there, just sits into the wall, like that. I've got enough space that I can sit my bardo on the top. I'm going to cut this off in the middle of this bit, and then just a bit of mortar on the front of it, she'll stop it moving. And then same on the other side. Right, I'm just going to cut these down now, to the same length. If I can turn this on. There we go, just going to see if they fit. I'm sure they will. Get that plastic off them. Go. Okay. Oh, perfect. Let's like this one. Oh well. There's been a bit of a problem, child. There we go. That's it. Super happy days. Just need a smidge bit of mortar in these holes, but that's easy repair. Right, we're going to cut a bardo. Gotta hope we get this in the right place. It's cracked.
No.
Right, back to the drawing board on that one. Didn't quite go enough deep enough there. Well, it cracked. Didn't quite get it deep enough just there. But not to worry, at least I can use this now to make sure it's right, and that can be a template for me. We're going to try it. It's perhaps as well because he had a big piece missing out of it anyway. It's probably been kicking around for well, months and months. But I say it'll do as a template. Needless to say, it was absolutely perfect cut in exactly the right place. So we'll consider that a practice one. As I say, it was broken anyway. So I need 2 of these. That's all. Just this one to cut, and then another one that just needs cut into length. They'll block that off nicely. There will be a little gap at the back where it's dished, but that's good because it'll let some airflow up there, but we won't lose all the heat. It's getting paler by the minute, this, by the look of it. I've ordered 2 more packets to double the mix. So we'll see what that does when it arrives, but we can't do anything for now. And not doing any more today because it's my birthday and we're going to have an afternoon off.
So after yesterday, suitably refreshed, I've got a selection of brushes here, a bigger one on the fire, I don't know whether you can see that. Thank you Ray Mooring, by the way, they're always buying us brushes, much appreciated. We get through them like, well, nobody's business. So this morning I want to just touch in just a few areas around this edge here. Andy's done an absolutely brilliant job, but he doesn't like fiddly little bits, so that's where I come in. So I'm just going to literally touch up any bits that are a bit patchy, and in the meantime, this wall behind, Andy's mentioned he's going to build a wood store for us here, which will be absolutely fantastic. Up to about this level we've decided, so we've got this bit here where he's chipped off the plaster, which it's not wasted at all because it was so damp there, because it was all cement, if you remember, so it needed to come off anyway, but obviously now he's going to cover it up. Seems a shame, but needs must, and I think the wood store is going to be absolutely great. So we just need to plaster or mortar over that to blend it in with this, so that we can lime wash it in with the rest, and it should look fab. So no further ado, I shall crack on. So this is the kind of thing we're talking about. From a distance it looks fine, but you can see there where it's not quite taken, so I'm just going to gently make that line a bit better, starting in this corner, because then I'll be out of Andy's way and he can carry on then with this wall. Need a steady hand for this.
Right, so I've got a mix. Just want to fill this bit in here so we can have it all nice and smooth and white, hopefully. And I'm just going to stick a couple of stones in because some of the holes are quite big. Whether I'll get it all in one go or not, I'm not sure. Whether it's too big to get in one go, I don't know, but I'm going to try. Doesn't matter if it cracks a bit, as long as it's stuck, because we can always fill the cracks in after. So they're kind of doing it. There we go. I'm just going to let that suck the moisture out of it initially, and I should be able to just polish it off a bit, and I think that'll do it. It's not looking too bad already. Yeah, I'll just leave it a minute and then come back to it. Next I've got a big crack running all the way down here. This is what I fill in. And there's some little cracks at the side here. It's actually started cracking since we've started heating it. But I'm sure it'll be fine. So I'll get that done. They're so fine, they're probably actually filled with the lime wash, these, but just to be on the safe side, we'll just do them while we're here. This one's a bit bigger up here. So what's left, I'm going to just do a little bit more on my wall. Use it up. This was all prepared, ready to go. It needs to sit on there. Like that. And this one. Oops. So hopefully, sit on here now. Something like that. So I've got a little bit of whitewash left. I just want to finish this bit off and then we can start working down. Get this wall done now. We've got the bottom finished and the top done a bit. We'll hopefully get it done. Right, okay, so that's all done, that's done. This one should be absolutely completely totally finished now. Sharon's just putting the finishing touches in the corner. I've filled the holes in there. We've got the crack done down on that side. Hello Tilly, Tilly's here helping. You can't see her. So now I've got the two new bardos that I need to go in here. So I'm going to cut them and get them in. We're going to get it right this time. Right, so the first one's done. I think it went that way around. No, it went that way around. Get it in. It should go in. Oh yes, that's lovely, that is perfect. Right, the next one's just a straight cut now. Fab. Alright, the second piece, it should fit. There we go. Right, so it's not quite going down. I just need to take a smidge off each corner. It'd probably be alright like that, but I'd be happy if it went down. So we'll take it out and just modify it.
There we go, the magician does it again. Fits perfectly, and that should really reduce the amount of heat that escapes up the chimney at night, so happy days. Super
happy days on the Finca. That bit of plaster there is looking alright, bit of plaster, bit of lime plaster is going to be fine. I think next thing, carry on, get some more of this whitewashing done on here. It's time to light the fire. The days are slowly getting warm and we're getting through our cold wave, is that the opposite of a heat wave, our Arctic blast. We've got another few days of it yet, and then it should return to normal with highs of 20, 21, 22 and lows of only about 7 or 8, but right now it's going to be 0 again tonight, so we're going to light a fire. So there we go. As soon as that sun just starts to go,
yep,
and temperature is like
extra layers
switches off the heat instantly. So that's all sorted, and we're going to end the video there, I think, aren't we?
We've had a good day, we've achieved everything we set out to do. So we're going to call it a day and have a nice cold beer now.
Yeah, hot chocolate.
Yeah, possibly. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much to everyone that's subscribed, all our patrons, everybody that's bought us a coffee, and we'll see you next time.